Good morning from Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Sunday and it is hot, hot, hot. I didn't do any filming yesterday, Saturday, and I don't plan on doing much filming today because it's hot. I do want to show you a few developments around here, so maybe I'll turn this into a quick video if I don't, go off on some rant. My first update is that on Friday night, I got the new fencing put up. I'm standing in the lane out here. Yep, Magazine Mountain. So what I did, I connected the two fences together and ran it out here. This is the area that I cleared all the brush and small trees and, raked it up some to get out, just to make it easier for them to get around and for me to get around in there also. So yes, I did get up the fencing. Let's see. There's a little hallway, laneway in there that attaches this section to the previous section, and I didn't change that fencing at all. So they can get back here. They've come back here a few times, but they're all hanging out in the chicken coop right now because it's, I don't know, must be cooler in there. But as you can see, this is all in the shade in the heat of the day, so that's good. I've not finished the brooder, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. I want to try to make it snake proof. There was an incident with a snake. Friday night there was an incident with a snake. So I want to try to make that snake proof. And yeah, I've got some ideas already. I need to do some more thinking, and I also want to put like a nest box in there, and I do want to cover at least one wall and a corner with something so that it's, keep the rain out. There will be a tarp on the top to keep the rain out, but a little bit will come in the side. So I want one area in there that'll be out of the rain, and it'll also be under these trees, so it won't be directly hitting them anyway. And in fact, a lot of it shouldn't come in from the sides. It should just come straight down. But anyway, I'm going off on a rant. Yeah, I put the chicken fencing up. They have double the space for their, free ranging or controlled ranging in this case. And cool. The snake story. Friday night, I just put up the fence right before dark. So I was coming out every so often just to, check on things. I came out about 11:30 at night, and number two, who is Broody, was walking around in the coop and squawking and looking up towards the nest. So I kept my eye on her for a minute or so, and she jumped up in the wrong nest. She jumped up in the other nest and her eggs were in the other one. So I'm like, well, that's weird. Maybe I need to go put her in the right nest. Maybe she's confused in the middle of the night or something. So I go in there and, with my flashlight and peek around the corner, and there is a big black snake in the nest box with an egg in its mouth. And already a few eggs down its hatch already. There were 9 eggs under number 2, and when I got in there were 5 eggs. So I guess thankfully the snake, it was a black rat snake. Thankfully the snake didn't go after the chickens. And thankfully the chicks were in that little cage thing where I don't think the snake could have gotten in there. Yeah, it probably could have, because the top of that, all I've got is a rock on there. So yeah, it probably could have gotten in there. It was just satisfied with the eggs. So yeah, a big black rat, over at least 6 feet long. So I went inside and grabbed my, I didn't want to kill it. Black rat snakes aren't that bad. If I had no idea. I just had to react in the moment. And so I tried to just, with my little grabbers, get it out of there. And I had no idea where, I grabbed a bucket. I was going to put it in the bucket, put the lid on it, and then figure it out from there. But I could not get it with the grabbers. So, so I took a different measure and permanently removed the snake's, you know, jeopardy. Anyway, the snake is no longer alive. So, and there were still only 5 eggs left. So yeah, the, you know, electric fencing does keep out snakes. And it wasn't a poisonous snake. It didn't get a chicken. It only got the eggs. And it probably helps get rats, and it probably helps me out. So I don't, you know, that was not my first choice, was to end its life. But that, you know, I had to choose, and that's what I chose. So I didn't want number 2 just sitting on 5 eggs, so I immediately went inside, discarded those 5 eggs, and I got 10 eggs that I marked, and I put them under number 2. So it'll be, she's gonna have to sit on eggs a few days longer if she wants to hatch them. I apologize to number 2 for that, but now she's sitting on 10 eggs instead of just 5, and her those, oh, I have to look it up again. The due date was going to be July 29th with the previous eggs. Now I think the due date will be August 3rd. So, yeah. And I'm not patient. I want to see my first eggs hatched on the property. You know, those chicks I have, those were hatched somewhere else. I want to hatch my own eggs. But anyway, that's the snake story from Friday night. All 8 baby chicks are still doing well, and I try to only go in there when everybody's out so I don't cause a big ruckus. And they all like hanging in. They all like hanging out in the coop, so I don't want to constantly be going in there and kicking them out. But yeah, the baby chicks are doing good. They will, I'm going to try to get them out of there as soon as I can. I had to take yesterday off. I was not physically able to do much, and today I'm a little bit better, but it's just so hot that I'm going to try to take her easy today also. And here's a cool update. Can you see this? It's a gourd! I got gourds growing. I believe this is a long skinny one. I think this is a loofah gourd. I've never grown any gourds before, so I'm guessing this is a loofah gourd, unless it's one of those bottle gourds and the bottom of that will plump out, but I don't think it's gonna do that. I think that's a loofah. And there are a bunch of other small ones around too, but I just thought that's a cool update. I got gourds growing. Here's another one. That looks more like the bottle gourds. Cool. Yesterday morning, which was Saturday, I went into Danville to the farmer's market, and on the way stopped in and checked my P.O. box, and whoop-de-doo! First I got a letter from a long-time resident of Arkansas, so that really makes me feel welcome in my new home state. And I'll just say it's from Greg, so thank you very much. And he sent a little bit of well, some ice cream money, but if it melts before I get it, we'll call it milkshake money. Either way, that is great. I still have not finished that first, wasn't a gallon, I don't know how much it was, a few pints. I still haven't finished the first thing of ice cream. I'm getting towards the bottom though, and I don't want to overdo it on the sugar, you know. I've been here, what, 7 months or so now, and I've had to put a new notch in my belt. So yeah, I'm taking it easier on the sugar. I stopped putting sugar in my coffee in the morning. Helps when I've got good coffee. So yeah, I'm taking it easier on the sugar. So, but a little bit here and there. That's you know, everything in moderation, as somebody said. Which probably isn't good advice, but yeah, we probably shouldn't be eating store-bought ice cream with all the sugar content they put in it. And anyway, then I got a box, and I already opened it because I was expecting something and I wasn't sure if this was it. But this comes from, can I say it? I'm going to say it. This comes from Connie in Ohio, and this was very thoughtful and just awesome. I've never tried one of these before. Chillet's cooling towel. I have, seen the advertisements and seen people using them, and so I am definitely going to try this out. I constantly have sweat dripping from my eyebrows into my glasses, and I don't mind sweat dripping all over me, but it hits my glasses and I can't see. And also sent a cat brush or dog brush, but a cat brush, and Fifi will enjoy this. Bob is not. Bob doesn't like being petted on his back. He does. You can touch his head. I can touch his head. He wouldn't let Priscilla come near him, but I can scratch his head. But he will not let me. Does not like me touching his back. So, but Fifi will love this. So thank you for that. Luckily, they're both short hair, so they don't need a lot of brushing. Well, and that'll come in useful in the future. Who says I won't get more cats that might have longer hair, or I might even get a dog one of these days. The other thing, and this just makes me smile. These are catnip organic seeds from David's Garden Seeds, and sorry, my hand shakes. But yeah, I should definitely plant some catnip. Definitely. I got plenty of space, and I will definitely plant some catnip. So thank you again.